Hello everybody, I want to welcome everybody back to the Red Zone Faction. Today is March 7th, 2017. 2 days left to free agency, NFL free agency. We're counting down now to the free agency period. In my opinion, the market's just not thinking. Well, Alshon Jeffrey is one of your top free agents. Just don't think this year's going to be a big deal. And with everybody having so much money under the cap, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I just don't think this year's free agency market, most of the guys that were pretty decent got re-signed, so it will be interesting to see who's there. Now, we're going to check the internet for today's headlines. See what's going on first. As usual, we'll go to NFL.com, see what these headlines read. Chargers release Flowers, Fluker, Johnson. What? Fluker? What? That is crazy. It also says the Bills cut 5. Everybody's dumping dead weight before the free agency market. These guys are the ones going to be rolling. What? The Chargers dumped all these people. Fluker? What? Okay. While Fluker has been a disappointment, he oversized. I didn't realize that Fluker was such a disappointment. I wear crimson colored sunglasses, so I'm guilty. I'm guilty when I put these Bama players on pedestals. And that's kind of what happened yesterday when I was talking about the combine. My buddy Alan Martin made a comment, said he loved that sabotaging comment I made. I mean, Alan will be on the show. He's a big Auburn fan. Sometimes he calls me out on it. You know, that's kind of what I think he was doing. And okay. I do it. I'm guilty. I am guilty. Sometimes these Bama players can do no wrong because they played at Bama. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. So the Chargers, the LA Chargers, guy, you know, that one is going to take a while to get used to. The LA Rams were the LA Rams when I was a kid, so that's not a big deal. LA Chargers, I just don't know about all that. And yeah, that's right. Then they can already start negotiating the NFL free agents. Just nothing can be signed until the 9th. Today's the 7th, so just a couple more days. Raiders secure new financing for proposed Las Vegas Stadium. Wow, that'd be nice. I'm actually pulling for this Raiders thing in Las Vegas. This was interesting. I read this last night. Reports say that Adrian Peterson would consider giving Pats a discount. Dude, if Adrian Peterson ends up in New England, I mean, is that not... That's so unfair. It's AP. I love the Patriots. You ask anybody who knows me. I love the Patriots. They're like my number 2, number 3 team. I mean, look, I've got all kinds of NFL stuff in my room, not just, Philadelphia. But Patriots are top of the game. I'm gonna get me a Brady poster for the cave in here. Gotta do it. Gotta get that done. But AP playing for New England? Can you imagine AP behind Brady? Is that fair? Wow, I know AP's on the down end. I know that. He's still Adrian Peterson. Whew. I say it every year too. This year he got hurt. Those years happen. It's those years after. That's the year you need to watch, because you don't know what he's going to do. He can come out and just blow up. That's usually what happens if you look back at the history of AP. When he misses significant time in the season, he comes back the next year and he just kills it. So, will be interesting to see what happens with that. I'm pulling for that, though. That would be great. I just don't want AP in New York. I don't want AP to be a Giant. Being an Eagles fan, I'm completely 100% against that. I do not want him in a Giants jersey next year. I will not be happy if that happens. All right, Earl Thomas showing rehab progress. Okay, Julio calls the split surgery a success. Okay, Julio's my boy. Roll Tide, but he's had foot surgeries on and on and on and on, all the way back to his first, couple days in Alabama. Niners released Torrey Smith. Okay, we were trying to work out a trade for him. Philadelphia was at the end of last year, and now they've just released him. So I wouldn't be surprised now if he ends up in Philly. Because now we're not having to give up anything for him. We'll just get him. I'm not a big Torrey Smith fan, but again, like I said yesterday, our wide receivers in Philadelphia are horrid from top to bottom. So I would not be at all upset if we brought him in. We still have to do a lot. You can't have just Torrey Smith. I would like to move and see what we can get for Jordan Matthews. But you bring Torrey Smith in, you bring in Deshaun Jackson in, maybe draft Ross like I want to do in the first round. I'd be okay with that. There's a lot of good. We need corner help. I didn't mention that yesterday. Our number 2 area of need is corner. And the only reason I put wide receiver at 1 is because of Wentz. But corner is a definite need in Philly. We definitely need a corner. Bad. So if we took a corner in the first round, depending on who's, it's just deep. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. This year is just, and I'm still learning this coaching staff, so I don't know. All right, ESPN. Let's go check you out and see what Cowboy you're talking about today. I know I give ESPN a little bit of bad rap. They're just so. I put ESPN in the same category with like the mainstream media. It's kind of they're the mainstream media of the NFL. They're and they're the powerhouse. You can't. They're They are, as Dan Patrick calls them, the mothership. It's the mothership. I mean, and it is. It's the powerhouse of the media and sports. So that's what it is. I tell you who I wouldn't mind out seeing in Philly is Terrell Pryor. I thought he had a very productive year in Cleveland at that. I thought he had a very good year. I would love to see Terrell Pryor in Philadelphia. And he's going to come at a much cheaper rate than Alshon Jeffrey. Because Alshon Jeffrey's going to want the house. He's going to want everything. He's just injury prone. And I think he's a little overrated. I liked him out of South Carolina. He's SEC, I got it. And I pull up with the SEC guys. But I just, and Terrell Pryor is Ohio State, so I ought to be, throwing nails at him, but I'm not. I have much respect for the guy. I think he had a very productive season last year. When you have a productive season for the Cleveland Browns, it's something to watch. It's something to keep an eye on because they are the, I guess you could call it the poop standard for the NFL a lot, I do like Hugh Jackson. I think he's going to do better. I think he's a great coach. I liked him in Cincinnati. I hear he's trying to bring in A.J. McCarron. That was his backup quarterback when he was the offensive coordinator in Cincinnati. So A.J. McCarron's up a Brown. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that either, but we'll see what happens. More Cowboy talk. I really don't care to hear about all that, so we're just going to move past it. We're going to go check Twitter now. We're moving to Twitter. San Francisco 49ers release wide receiver Smith. Thank you, because now he's free. And he's probably going to be an Eagle. And like I said, yay. I mean, I'm not going to, jump up and down and, do jumping jacks over Torrey Smith. I'm not, because he's just not that. He's not that player. he'd be a role player. If we bring in other people, I will be happy. If we stop at Torrey Smith, I will not be happy. That will remind me, you know, Andy Reid did the same thing with McNabb. He would bring people in, and it was like, okay, well, that's a number 3 receiver, and we would get like all excited about it. But he wouldn't do anything else. So he would stop there, and it was God, all those years. All right, Julio Jones' tweet: surgery was a success. Thanks for all the prayers. Ian Rappaport's treat. Okay, everyone go tamper. You can tamper now. You can talk to the players. Odds on Alshon Jeffrey's next team: Bears 17-4. Eagles 5-1. Titans 13-2. 49ers 8-1. 12. Ravens 12-1. Dolphins 12-1. Field 10-1. And then there's this GIF of the Cowboys dancing on the field. You know, yesterday I talked a little bit about my hatred. Well, not hatred. I don't hate Saints fans. One of these days when I've got time, I will go over my I will go over how I feel about Saints fans. It's really because look, I live in Saints country. Okay, lived here my whole life. And being an Eagles fan since I was probably 9-10 years old, you have to understand. Saints fans always ask me, "Well, you live in Saints country, are you an Eagles fan?" What you're really asking me is why I'm not a Saints fan, okay? And that's kind of what it goes back to. Now, I've already written about it in my blogs about why or how I became a Saints fan, how I became an Eagles fan. So feel free to go check my blogs on that. You may have to go back in time a little bit. That was probably written back in August, before we were getting ready for football. So I'm not sure the date on that, but it's pretty old. Due time, I'll probably talk about it a little bit here, but you know, Saints fans have a place in my heart. And it's your own fault. You all do it. There are a few Saints fans that I do consider loyal. This past Super Bowl was a prime example. I turned on Facebook and like everybody on there that's Saints fan, you know, not everybody, but the majority are all rooting for the Falcons. Now, here's my outlook on this. I'm not pulling for the Cowboys. I'm not pulling for the Giants. I'm not pulling for the Redskins. Ever. I don't care what the situation is. And a lot of people were playing, well, I hate Tom Brady. I hate New England. I don't care who the Cowboys are playing. I'm not pulling for them. It doesn't matter. They could be playing against Auburn. You know, hypothetically. I'm not pulling for the Cowboys. My hatred for the Cowboys runs deep. Deeper than any other hatred. Of all teams, of all different levels. Cowboys. Hated number one. Auburn's not even with Auburn, Auburn's not even my most hated college team. And most of my Auburn fans, Auburn friends know that. Tennessee is number one. Tennessee Volunteers, they are my number one hated, but only because they when Philip Fulmer was there, he did everything he could to get us in trouble. Any diehard Bama fan knows, and we all agree, Tennessee is number one on the hate list. LSU is kind of started to creep up there on us, with the Saban thing and, the way they talk. It's the worst fan base in the history of football, all football, which was coincidentally in the same state as the Saints. The fan bases are just god-awful, and anybody outside of there, that place knows that. All my Auburn friends agree. And fans of all other teams agree that the fan base in that state is just terrible for LSU. Worst fans ever. Not all of them are bad people. I know I have LSU friends. I'm not talking about every single person that's in the stadium. I'm just talking about the overall fan base. Look, Alabama fans, what are we known for? Being obnoxious, being annoying, loud, and talking about all our national titles. I know, we all have them. I don't have any bumper stickers on my truck saying how many national titles we have. I'm not going to do that. Only really because I'm waiting on the next one. We're not done yet. But even the same as going, I'm not going to run out and buy the bumper sticker with the number on it. To me, it's just, it's like, it's no better than Auburn one for the thumb holding up, it was stupid. And Auburn fans took a hold of it. Not all of them, but the majority of them took it and ran with it. That's fine. I haven't forgotten it, and that's why I still give them a little grief when we beat them. So, whatever. But I'm not nearly as bad as I used to be. I've matured, I've gotten older, and I handle it differently. But Saints fans are the worst. And it's because they pulled for the Falcons in the Super Bowl. It's because they don't really know what they're talking about. Their knowledge of the game really isn't. And I know it's not fair. I may be a little bit more passionate than they are. And I shouldn't put that on them. And I shouldn't treat them that way and talk about them that way. But look, if you start a conversation with me, you better have your homework. And they don't. They never do, because they don't. They don't know what they're talking about. And that's where the number one thing with Saints fans, I'll spell it out right here. When Drew Brees came to New Orleans, okay, when he came there from, and a lot of people don't even know where he came from. He came from San Diego. And he actually went down to Miami when Nick Saban was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, and they gave him a physical. Saban and then wasn't really thrilled with him, so he ended up in New Orleans. Saban has openly expressed his thoughts on how that worked out, and he's even admitted that maybe if they got Drew Brees, he'd still be a Dolphin. So things all worked out like it was supposed to. But when Drew Brees came to New Orleans, I knew New Orleans was about to take a turn they've never had. The New Orleans Saints have never been good. Ever. In their existence, the New Orleans Saints have never been good. Drew Brees shows up, Reggie Bush comes in, which really didn't turn out to be nothing. But they started building. They started bringing pieces in. And Sean Payton had a Cinderella year. And he came in from Dallas. A lot of Saints fans don't know that either. And he had a really good year, and they won a Super Bowl. Yay. Saints fans everywhere, black and gold everywhere, and it was just ridiculous. All these Saints fans, and they're coming up to me, and they're all, been a diehard Saints fan my whole life. Yeah? Really? Because I've known you most of mine. I never knew you were a Saints fan. Never knew you were diehard. Didn't happen until the winning started happening. And then you became a Saints fan. Then you started going to games. Then, I want to meet those guys who had bags on their heads in New Orleans, in the stands, back in the 80s when they were winning 1 and 2 games a year. Those are Saints fans. You are a bandwagon fan. You are fair weather. You are not a true Saints fan. You think just because you live down here, you can put on some black and gold and all of a sudden you're a Saints fan. I don't ride that way. It's not in my blood. Okay? I've watched my Eagles team go through many a 3-13 seasons. Many. Still an Eagles fan. I still talk about them. The conversations still take place. Doesn't matter. If you're a fan of a team, you're a fan of a team. Live or die, win or lose, you are a fan of that team. No matter what kind of year they're having, you stick to your guns. You stick with them. Those are it's loyalty. There is no loyalty in Louisiana. There is no loyalty in New Orleans or anywhere down here for that team. None. They cheered for the Falcons in the Super Bowl. I will never let that go. That was the ultimate statement. That was the ultimate point that every Saints fan that did that, all you did was prove me right. All of you. It's what you did. I didn't have to do anything. I was sitting home that night pulling for the Patriots because I'm a Tom Brady fan. My team was not in the fight. My Eagles were at home. Didn't even make the playoffs. But I did pick New England to win the Super Bowl the preseason. Stuck to my pick. I like Atlanta. I do. Love Julio. I like Atlanta. So either way, I was going to be happy. Dallas lost in the playoffs. So my day was done. So really enjoyed watching the Cowboys lose that game. If I could just say that again, that was nice. With that said, I know I got off on a rant there for a minute. I just really want to express my feelings for Saints fans, where they are, and that, it's not all Saints fans. There are a couple out there. You know who you are. I've spoke to you. That I do, as a fan, not as people, don't take anything I'm saying personal. Just as a fan, I can't respect you as a Saints fan. I just can't. You make it hard. You can't hoorah and cheer on your division rival in a Super Bowl. You can't. Now the players, I was watching a lot of interviews from Mark Ingram and a lot of the Saints players around Super Bowl week, and they're all pulling for Atlanta. That's fine. I mean, they're players. They play the game. It's different. The fan base is completely different. The fan base, we get to be the barbarians of the deal. We get to decide, what's right and what's wrong. The players kind of have to be PC. And, a lot of these guys have friends in the other organizations. They played alongside them at one point, or they went to college together, or whatever it may be. So I can understand, a lot of these Saints players pulling for their friends and whatever in Atlanta. That makes sense to me. Fan base, you don't get that option. You hate Atlanta. You're supposed to. And with that said, I think we're going to end it right there today. Not a whole lot of headlines to talk about, so it's a good spot to go. We got a great deal going up tonight. Tonight's our first shooting of our interviews for the league, the joint league interview sessions. Tonight I'm going to have Franklin and Corey over, and those will be up soon. I'll keep you posted. Right before I leave, I'm going to send a shout out to Stacy. She's always looked after me and shared my stuff. She's been like I want to call her my first fan. But she's always done that. She's always there for me when it comes to shares and put my stuff out there. So thank you, Stacy. We will be back probably tomorrow. Yeah, I'll definitely be back here tomorrow. And like I said, we'll be one day away from free agency, where the tampering session is already going on. It's about to get real with free agency. We'll also go back, keep an eye on that combine, see what's going on over there. So with that said, this is the Red Zone Faction. I'm Scott Wilson, and tune in tomorrow. Hit that like button. Don't forget that like button down there. And be sure to subscribe so you know when I'm putting out vids and you can come back and check us out. Have a great day.